Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ, and it's time for a Bionicle review. Yes, I'm reviewing an actual Bionicle, and that is Bitil, or Bitil. Fuck you. So, regardless to how his name is pronounced, it is a silly name. It is clear that this Makuta set from the Mystica Wave has been taken inspiration from the Bitil. Whether it's the dung beetle or if it's the scarab beetle or what have you when it comes to beetles. Bitil commands them all. He clones himself in the story, and it's up to the Toa to basically, kill them all until they've, defeated the actual Bitil. So, he wears the Konohi Motrak, which, controversially, is on the back of a Vaki head. A black Vaki head, and there's two Borak eyes. And the Borak eyes make sense, because, that's really the only, eye piece that is perfect for this, to go along with the mask. But a Vaki head? I feel like they could have been a little more creative than that, because, you got this whole stock thing right here. And it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like the Vaki head was kind of, just ham-fisted into there. And it was a forced idea. Because it was convenient for them, probably? I don't know. Point is, the Vaki head is ridiculous, and when you look at the long neck syndrome he has, it also makes posing this guy feel weird. Because you have no idea what you're doing when it comes to posing him. Like if you're trying to get him in the right pose, the Vaki head is just problematic in general, and this set proves it. It's just weird. Let's just leave it at that. Now, he does have this piece. There's not a single crack or split on the joints on this set. He does use an Avmatoran body, which is weird, but hey. And on the back, he's got wings. You unfold these, and uh-oh, look at that, he's got this thing again. Yeah, that's where his butt is. Yeah. That's where... I can't remember which Matoran, which Shadow Matoran you can give to Bitil, but I think it's Kirup. I don't remember. Point is, there's that. And the wings are connected to these, what are those? Rakshi arms, but they came before the Rakshi, so slides are legs. We'll just leave it at that, and there you go, they're in yellow. I still have my original yellow Bitil Rakshi arm things. Speaking of arms, simple design. You've got the black, double socket longest thing. You've got these red barbs that are always there for some reason, and it's just a stylistic choice for the most part, just to give them just to make the color scheme pop a little bit. You got the grays here and there, sure. He's got nipples, it looks like, with the dark gray parts. I can't remember what those are called, but yeah, just to add a little bit of a touch of red with these barbs. It's nice. Rakshi legs in yellow for the arms and the legs, the lower legs actually. The upper legs are just the same piece of this. So it's simple and it's minimalist, I guess you could say. It's as simple as they can make Bitil without ruining the integrity of the set. He does have the sockets for hands and his weapon, which has become used before for Titan Matanui, but before that, with... oh crap, now I can't even remember. Well, whatever. I still have one of these, and that's from Samad, from the Baroness V7 vehicle? Yeah. Now, what's weird about Bitil, and besides the fucking Vaki head... did I say Vuckin? What the hell? Alright. Well, see, he can do that. And, yeah. Not so much with this hand. It's kind of limited. Because the placement of the weapon is different on the hand. So you kind of have to do shit like that or whatnot. Because you have the Ninra Ghost Blaster, whatever. Point is, yeah, they had to change it up a bit, and thus sacrificing posability with this hand to make it, you know, less effective than this. So, I feel like they could have still had this level of posability with this hand, but connect... I'll show you, for example. I'll show you, and you will all worship me. Fuck. Yeah. Now, isn't that much better? Because not only can he do this, but this still feels, you know, it just feels right, you know? Why didn't they do this from the get-go? I don't know, but Lego designers are idiots sometimes. I think I'm an idiot for putting Lego pieces in my mouth. Yeah, well, fuck you too. So, yeah. This is how it goes, like that. Yeah. Fuck. The upper legs have the Mystica claw thing right there, the three-bladed claw thing, which has been used as, you know, hands for claws. And he actually has these razor-sharp claws on his, as his feet, that were also used for Gorast. And also from the Mystica wave. The Mystica shield pieces are used for the wings. And, yep, we're going all in for the Mystica aesthetic. I feel like they did a better job with the Makuta than the Toa, because at least the Makuta have some vibrant colors with them. With at least primarily with Bitil, it's yellow. With Gorast, it's lime green. With Krika, it's white. And mixed with red, obviously, for parts. But I don't know. Bitil is kind of an oddball here, you know. He's a little simple in his construction, but generally Bionicle canister sets are typically, you know, simple. Just take a look at the Toa, for example, and you understand my point. Articulation-wise, you know, he can look all the way down and, yeah, suck his dick. Sure. He can look all over the place and just generally, you know, be aware of his surroundings. So that's cool. I appreciate that, even though, again, the Vaki neck is ridiculous. Arms, again, limited posability with this arm because he can, you know, shoot. and with his hand at least, and you know, he can do all kinds of things. He can squat and take a shit, or he can just fly. Oh, this is so much fun. Yeah, this is his flying pose. Get it? As if he's squatting so he can take a shit. Fucking hell. But yeah, the posability for the Mystica sets is generally just, well, it's typical, you know. It's easy to pose these sets. And for Bitil, having extra posability because of his neck, and also because of his wings, you know, you can get him in different poses. I apologize for the dogs. This is a competent set for the 2008 Mystico Fantoka sets that are released, and I think Bitil is probably. He's better than Krika, I will say that, but Gorast I still feel is my favorite out of the Mystica Makuta. But Bitil is a close second, I would say. Even though, again, the fucking Vaki head is ridiculous. Now, the aesthetic of the Motrek is actually kind of cool because, you know, you got these beetle pincers. The shape kind of resembles like it's dual molded plastic, obviously, and obviously it resembles like a beetle shell in a way, kind of. I mean, you got that hole right there for some reason, I guess, to, you know, grip it for some reason. But of course they have to ruin it with the pistons, because you gotta have pistons on every Bionicle G1 set, otherwise it's not Bionicle G1. Okay, whatever, you know. Opinions are like assholes, everyone has one, everyone is one. And, yeah. Overall, Bitil is a great set. For what he was in 2008, you know, obviously people shat on the Mystica sets for being bad, and I completely disagree. The Mystica sets are actually pretty good. It's just, you know, people being assholes at the time and fans expecting better from LEGO. What do you expect from a company that only, you know, caters towards themselves and not their actual fans? Nowadays they obviously do more of that because they care more about money than they do about their actual fan base. But yeah, Bitil is a pretty cool set. It's simple, yes, but at the same time, enjoyable set to have, and I'm going to put him on my shelf. And once I get Krika and review him, I will get a shelf to install somewhere in my room. Yeah. I think I have a spot right there, actually, where I can install a shelf just underneath my Hate Eternal Infernus flag. That might work. Where I can have all 6 of the Canister Makuta sets from 2008, including Bitil himself. So, if you haven't gotten Bitil already, or any of the Mystica sets, you might want to. Because one day, you know, these things are still valuable for what they are. But, I mean, they're retired sets. They're going to be expensive ridiculously, regardless. But, you know, that's just the way the aftermarket works, I suppose. Shame, but yeah. So there you go. Get Bitil while you can. I will put him back down there, and I'll work on my second video for the day. And, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed this Bionicle review. It's been, well, since last year since I last did a Bionicle review. The last Bionicle I reviewed was Takanuma 2008. Well, actually, after that it was Rahaga Norik. I did a Let's Build in review, and there you go. So, more Bionicle reviews to come, obviously. But they're just not going to be as frequent as I would like, as they've been in the past year. Last year, specifically. So, stay tuned for more videos. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.